All right. Sorry, guys. We're a little bit late. Everybody's been tussling these last 2 days. It's week 12, so it's not too much that we need to talk about that we don't already know. Josh, Tiggy, shh. First of all, Josh, you lost this week. You've
Got
been playing.
smoked. Didn't lose. Got smoked.
Well, first of all, well, I can't say nothing. Hey, stop, Tiggy. Go over there with mommy. I got smoked too, so LSU got the fucking draw.
Bro, I didn't see a world where that game was the score that it was, but
Bro.
that it's so crazy to me.
But I told you, Josh. I told you that Brian Kelly in big games, bro. Especially, but Josh, we learned our lesson with DeBoer. We need to stop doing this.
But this is the thing. Y'all just played a big game and they came out and won.
You said what?
I said y'all just played a big game at the crib at home and got a win. But I guess beating Alabama is different. And so we learned how, they had two, and that's another thing. Well, so did you. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm on the Brian Kelly because it won't happen again. Even if he gets 2 weeks, he won't get the benefit of the doubt.
When we were going through it over the summer, I blame you because I told you I do not believe in LSU. I told you.
Well, after the US, y'all won games after the USC game.
Games that we weren't supposed to win. The games that we won, I picked us to lose. I had us right at like 8 wins. So we shouldn't have won the South Carolina game, even though I picked us to win that over the summer.
Yeah, that looks different now. Y'all play this week? Goodness gracious.
We play Florida. We're going to beat Florida. Florida hasn't beat us in like 8 years. So
they're quitting. So
they're quitting. And then we play – I mean, we can win out, but I looked it up on the tiebreaker. The only teams that control their destiny is Alabama, Texas. If they win out, they're in the SEC championship game. If Alabama loses any game, let's just say Alabama loses, LSU wins out, and Texas wins out. LSU is in the SEC championship, which is crazy.
You're not dead yet.
We are cooked.
You're not dead. SEC about to be funny down the stretch. These last 3 weeks about to be crazy.
You got to fix your defense, Josh. I don't understand. You have the talent.
We got to get healthy. We got to get healthy on the back end, bro. On the front seven, it is our defensive coordinator is taking a long time to adjust to stuff, and it starts on offense too. You got to capitalize. There are simple throws that can be made. There are people that are open that are not being thrown the ball.
Come here, Tiggy.
And so we got to I understand you want to make plays, but there are simple throws that are there, the mundane throws that might be 6 yards, but we don't fumble and you still got the ball on that drive at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like there was somebody open. That was first down. That was second down and you fumble. So there, and then on defense, bro, we just got to keep treading water because that's gonna be the defense for the rest of the year. We might get better with the pass rush, but the secondary is what it is. I've come to the realization if a team is gonna try to run the ball on us, then that we have to get the lead, bro. And so that you have to get points and score early. That's the only way, and that's why I'm loving the matchup with SMU because there'll just be points everywhere. So hopefully we get that SMU matchup.
T needs to go to bed.
Well, I've been telling you I needed to get that loss out the way. You got to get that loss out the way.
Yeah, you'll be fine now, bro. So going over this week, bro, I didn't miss on one 13-point teaser betting against. So the betting gym. It worked last week. Nothing's guaranteed, but I'm going to follow the same thing. Betting against teams that can't stop the run. So, and you can't stop the run. Your average scoring margin, meaning you're losing by 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
And you turn the ball over. If you're anywhere close within 25 teams of a bad team, like a baseline team. So my baseline team on stopping the run is App. App.
Very simple.
Baseline team on turnovers is also App, Charlotte, Coastal. They turn the ball over 2 times. Wake. If you're around those teams, I'm betting against you. So just let me just read this. Josh Jalen is cooked. She's had a long day. She's cooked. USC Charlotte has taken everything from her today.
They need to get some more wins.
She is cooked.
Season's almost over, Murph.
Tiki, don't you start your nonsense. Open the door, baby.
Are they almost bowl eligible?
They got to win 3 straight.
Oh my God. Let me look at the 3.
They play UCF,
UCF,
UBA, UAB, and Florida Atlantic. All winnable games.
UCF. I don't know.
No, USF. Pardon me.
Oh, USF. Okay, USF. Then yeah, that's a winnable game. UAB, that's winnable, and Florida Atlantic. Those are all 3 winnable games. Those are all 3 definitely winnable games.
So yeah. So let's look.
Let's get straight to. But yeah. I'll save my mind. We're on a bye week. I'll save my Miami soliloquy for when the whole team's here.
So if you go to NCAA stats on team ranking, stop running, T. Rush defense, bro. This was golden. Kent State is giving up 269 yards a game on the ground. You can't beat anybody. You can't beat anybody like that.
You can't beat anybody like that.
T.
Deion just went on TV and said he's stepping in if Shedeur gets drafted by the wrong team.
No. Utah State, 265.
Utah State is really bad.
Oklahoma State, 253. Southern Mississippi, 246. UAB, 245. Florida Atlantic, 242, Josh. Temple, 226. Mississippi State, 224. Bro, if you're in the 200s on the ground.
It is what it is.
Coastal, 211. Purdue, 211. App, 200. Florida Atlantic, 198. Florida State, 192. So I kind of stop it right there. If you're above Florida State in stopping the run, you're bad.
You're very bad.
You're very bad. So really what I've been doing is just betting against those teams because I know that you're not getting a stop. Because that's why I asked you, what is the number one thing that you should be able to do on the defense or something that's really bad that's like that an offense will take advantage of, and it's the run. If you can't stop the run, that opens up everything. So Look at this. Now, those teams that I just named, okay, listen to this. So you heard me say Kent State. They lose by an average of 34. Purdue, I said they can't stop the run. They lose by average of 28. Southern Mississippi, I said them. They lose by average of 23. Middle Tennessee, I said them. They lose by average of 19. Utah State, they lose by an average of 19.1. Temple, 18 point. Ball State, 17. Florida State, 16. UAB, 15. Charlotte, 14. Florida Atlantic. All teams that cannot stop the run.
Bro, so you're telling me there's a chance that Florida State loses to the team that they're playing this weekend?
Absolutely. They're not.
This is the game that gets him fired. But they're both 1-9. They're both 1-9, bro. And if you're in that other locker room, that's what you're telling your team. They're no different than us. Oh my! If you take that sticker and all that Nike stuff that they have and that logo off, they're the same team as us.
So, my baseline with the average scoring margin is App State because I watched them. I put my eyes on them. Remember, we were on stream. I was like, damn,
They're bad, bro. They
they
can't
can't stop the run. Oh yeah. Now let me so okay. So I'm gonna go through these teams again. These are just from worst to give up. They lose by average of 30, and I'm gonna stop at 12. Kent State, Purdue, Southern Mississippi. Just keep in mind of these teams: Akron, UMass, Stanford, Tulsa, North Mexico State, New Mexico State, Middle Tennessee, Utah State, Temple, Ball State, Florida State, Kennesaw State, UAB, Charlotte, Florida Atlantic, Air Force, Central Michigan, Mississippi State, Georgia State, App State. Cool. So just keep in mind of those teams I just named. Okay, let's go to turnovers a game. Southern Mississippi, check. This is from 2 all the way to like 1.5. Southern Mississippi, Josh, gives up 2.9 turnovers a game.
Football team.
2.5, Josh. I've watched them do that. They gave up 3 last game. New Mexico State, Josh. Okay. New Mexico State give up 2.4 turnovers a game. Guess how many turnovers they had? Guess how many turnovers they had the last game?
Was it 4?
No, sir.
More than 4?
5.
And so it's time to just pick on bad football teams.
Okay, go sit over there.
To pick on bad football teams.
Bad football team. Turn it down, take some more. San Jose State, they give up 2. Temple, 2. Arizona, 2. Georgia, Josh.
All right.
1.9 a game.
Well, we're on to them.
Utah, 1.9. Southern Miss, 1.9. Wake, 1.9. Rice, 1.8. Florida State, 1.7. Texas, 1.7. But you get Kennesaw State, 1.7. But you get half those teams that I've named that lose by average of fucking 20 plus I've named. Now, let's go back to the run defense. Now, remember those teams I named?
Yeah.
Kent State, 2-6.
Dad?
Hold on. We can't hear you. I can hear Tiki over you. Hold on. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear. All I can hear was Tiki.
Yeah, Tiki fucking connected with her shit.
Yeah, I just missed your whole thing. Go ahead. I missed the last like minute of you talking.
So UAB 245, Florida Atlantic 242, Temple 226, Mississippi State 224, New Mexico 223, Tennessee 223, Georgia State 219. This is rushing what they're giving of a game. Purdue 211, Coastal 211, Charlotte 205, App 204. Florida State
bad football
team. So with that being said, these 7-point teasers are just getting ridiculous. So I haven't really missed on the 13-point ones. Oh, shit. Let me get a charger from get a charger. All right. Get a charger. Had to get that charger. Bro, that's absolutely hilarious that you cannot stop the run and you're so bad. Like at this point, bro, Josh, it's week 12, bro. If you can't stop it, you're not going to stop it.
You're not going to, especially like if I can understand you had a bad performance every now and then, but if the numbers say that every week somebody's getting 125, every week you're giving up 200.
So okay, so let's start with the 13-point teaser. I've already got some teams now. I'm gonna read them off and see what you think. I'm not gonna waste them on these sorry teams. We'll do teams that I kind of feel that should cover. Texas money line or Arkansas plus 26.
I would. Where's this game at? Is that Texas or is it in Arkansas?
Arkansas.
The plus 26 isn't. I wouldn't be too scared of that just because Arkansas could score 2. But just to be safe, Texas money line.
There's no way Texas is losing this game.
They can't.
They can't.
Don't care. I mean, Arkansas could muck it up. That's why this 26 wouldn't be too bad because I think Arkansas plays a lot better.
No, sir. This is the easy, bruh. There's no, bruh. If Texas loses this game,
well, all I'm saying is the plus 26. They can go. They'll probably lose this game by 24.
no, sir. They're going to get their asses beat. There is no way Texas is jeopardizing. They're not tussling with Arkansas. It is week 12. It is time team. How many
These SEC teams do this? They scrap with each other, bro. It's hilarious to me every week. And watch, Arkansas is coming off a bye.
Yeah,
you know,
but it is alarming that this spread is so low, bro.
Exactly. You would think, but okay. Well, when they played Mississippi State, the spread was what, 22?
Bro,
it was something 21, and they barely covered that.
They're not getting bowl eligible on Texas, so
absolutely
no, sir. They just lost to Ole Miss by 32 points. No, sir.
But hold on, this is extremely motivated Ole Miss. This is a different Ole Miss.
They lost to LSU.
They caught Ole Miss at a terrible time last week.
They lost to LSU 34-10.
But that's 24 points.
They lost to They beat Tennessee.
They beat Tennessee.
They lost to Texas
4. Beat Auburn.
Bruh.
Oh my God! They lost to Oklahoma State, one of the worst teams
in the country.
So,
their only losses have come to ranked teams.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said I think they'll lose, but I don't think who did Texas play last week? And
Florida.
Florida. I don't think they're about to beat them by 32 points.
Bruh. There is no way that Arkansas is beating Texas.
Oh, there's no chance in hell. Okay. Texas beat Mississippi State 35-13. I can see that type of score. And what's that?
Well, Arkansas.
That's 22. That's 22.
Well, Arkansas's got one game after that to get bowl eligible. They're 5-4. They'll be 5-5 going into that Missouri game.
Well,
and no quarterback from Missouri.
Well, no. If they play Louisiana Tech next week, so they'll be bowl eligible after that.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah.
So they're pressed. They'll go out there and lose this one by 20.
Carolina. This is one of my favorites. Carolina over 51 or under 77.
Against Wake?
Yes.
We got to watch. Well, I'm sure not taking the under. We learned about Wake the other day.
Bro, their defense gives it up. They could score a little bit too. Their
offense is gimmicky. They run one of those gimmicky ass offenses.
Their defense stinks. There's a player pop. Whatever Amari Hampton's rushing is, take it. Well, you know what? Wake is dead last in the NCAA for pass defense. They give up 334 yards a game.
Bro, that Mendoza kid had 385 yards passing. He can't move.
Bro.
He had 51 yards rushing.
Bro, I don't give a shit who wins this game. They're going over 50 points.
Absolutely. Where's the game at? Is that Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going over.
But I think the game against Charlotte went over 51 points.
Yeah, it's definitely going over 51.
Okay,
because they got the normal spread got Carolina winning by 11. You know what I'm saying? So
they're not winning by 11.
Yeah, I don't think they win by. I think this is a touchdown game. Nobody's winning by 2 scores.
Tulane +6 or Navy +20. But remember, I think it's
Navy +20 because I mean I like both sides of this. I think Tulane can win this game.
But remember, everybody that's new at the 24 or 25 seed has lost since week 3.
And that's Navy right now?
No, sir, that is Tulane. They just got into the top 25.
Well, that's not. I see. That's why I said that +20 on the Navy end because this is the thing. We know Tulane. They're playing.
They're doing the same thing Army's doing. They're gonna run the football.
Exactly. This is so. Honestly, where's the points? Where's the points in this game at? That's the funny thing.
Over 41 or under 67.
That 40. You're gonna stress that 41. Watching this try to go over 41 would be absolutely stress.
Absolute.
Like, bro, this is a 17-21 game. You know what I'm saying? Like, over 50 carries on 50 totes.
Bro, see, the thing about the game is it's either going to be high scoring because neither team can stop each other's run, or it's not going to be you're going to know from the first quarter whether that shit's going over or under.
Every drive is going to be over five plays.
What is going under then?
I think it's going under. I think it's going way under. But I like the Navy +20. It gives you more room. Nobody's winning this game by 20 points. You know what I'm saying? I would be very surprised if anybody won this game by 20 points.
Facts. All right, so we'll come back to that. Oh shit, Clemson +3 or Pittsburgh +23.
Clemson bounced back last week, got the win. Pitt lost this week. Pitt is in a situation where they can't lose again.
They lost again?
No, I'm saying that when they lost to Virginia last week. So
They did?
Yeah. Pitt lost to Virginia. That's why I'm on smile shit. I'm back controlling my own destiny.
They lost to Virginia?
Yes, sir.
Well,
that's why it's Miami SMU.
I would take Clemson +4 because they're not playing good football right now. I think because they finally started playing some good teams before.
Well, it's not that it's good, bro. The parity, bro. These teams, and then on a week-to-week basis, you're playing a team that has a complete offense. Like you don't know who's playing. I mean, shoot, we seen it in Miami. I seen a quarterback hand the ball off to another quarterback. And I'm looking like, bro, what are we doing? Like these guys are, you know what I'm saying? These coaches are being so creative. And so, you know what I'm saying, with what they got to play with. And so each week you going to get, I mean, these coaches got respect. You got to draw it up. And these are still kids. I was telling everybody these are still kids. And so week to week, you're going to get, you know what I'm saying, the focus levels. And so Pittsburgh, this is going to be a big game. You know what I'm saying? It's cold. This is at Pitt. Pitt got a good defense. You know what I'm saying? So, they're going to make it cloudy for Klubnik. So, if my player prop, I would take Maffa over because if Clemson wins, it's because Maffa goes for over 90 yards. That's the only way they win.
I think Clemson +3 is safe.
I think it is too. If they lose to Pitt.
Bro, I don't want them to lose, but if they do, that's going to be fucking hilarious, bro. Because Dabo's just going to be fucking cooked.
Hey, but he's cooked. They got out of Virginia Tech with one. They was tussling with Virginia Tech for a minute last week.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying? So they pulled away late. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Got the win. So, but I like that Clemson. You right.
Ohio State -15.5 or Northwestern +42.
I would be on the Ohio State side. I am not messing around with Northwestern.
All right. Penn State -15.5 or Purdue +42. Penn State.
Purdue is terrible.
Them niggas is bad.
Y'all heard this is a 13.5 teaser, and it's still at 15. They pretty much got Purdue Penn State to beat these guys by 30. I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't cover that +46. They could not score this weekend.
Bruh, be careful. I'm not playing this, but just be on the lookout if anybody wants to play it. Kansas plus 16 or BYU plus 10. Kansas was playing horrible at the beginning of the year, so
They
they're
playing
very
hard
underrated.
now.
They are now playing good football. Don't be surprised they catch somebody slipping, and it might be BYU because BYU stole one at Utah. So you've been a witness to that. When you steal ones, when you be stealing games, but that shit come back to
If
get you.
somebody and BYU stole one of Utah, if they, I was already leaning because I watched the end of that Kansas Iowa State game, and Iowa State was doing everything they could to get back into this game,
And they just
and,
couldn't.
and they just couldn't stop that 2-man game between the quarterback Daniels and that Neal running back. They were
Bro,
running that read option,
I,
and they couldn't stop it, bro.
I'm not gonna hold you.
It looked good, didn't it? This is
That
the Kansas that I
that
thought we were
plus
going to see all
16.
year. I
I
like that
might
plus
sprinkle a
16.
little money line in there, bro. I'm telling you, I think they've won 2 straight and they've beat some good teams, and they're playing like they were supposed to at the beginning of the year.
This is the Kansas that I thought that we were going to see all year.
So,
And this is the thing. They got some interesting matchups down the stretch. And so if they were to pull this, because this is the thing, they got to win 3 straight to be bowl eligible. And we talk about this a lot on the show. We like these are the things that you build on. I like that plus 16. And if they do pull off the upset, we're going to have to really talk to Larry about next week because Colorado is going to have to go to Kansas. And we've seen them play at home against a team that's, I mean, Kansas State, Iowa State scored 36 points, bro. You score 36 points, you expect to win. I don't care what anybody says. But Kansas went out there and scored 45. And so they just showed you that they're willing to score points. So I like the plus 16 in this game. But this is definitely a game that you should keep your eye on because if they don't cover, I think teams with 5 wins, depending on your wins, you might be able to get in a bowl game.
yeah, you can.
The playoffs.
Because the playoffs, yep.
So, bro, they got BYU, Colorado, and Kansas, and Baylor left. Definitely keep my eye on Kansas.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye
They're
on
on the upward trajectory. I mean, they played Kansas State to the tooth 2 weeks ago and lost by 2. Beat Houston by 28, who we know what Houston is.
Stinks.
And so they're starting to play good football right now.
So
we'll keep an eye on that. But I like that plus 16.
Everybody keep that Kansas game in your back pocket. If you're down some bucks and it's 10:30 at night, you're trying to get some money, take Kansas.
Take Kansas.
Louisville -7, Stanford plus 33. Stanford stinks.
I would just bet Louisville -7. They still got stuff to play for.
Georgia plus 3 or Tennessee plus 23.
Georgia plus 3.
Ooh. Oh,
if I knew who the backup quarterback was at Tennessee.
So is Nico playing?
I don't think he's playing. And I already had Georgia. But then my backup quarterback notion comes in because I'm like,
bro, man, I'm not gonna lie, Josh. I like betting on backup quarterbacks because the number be inflated.
Well, the one thing I'll give you is Georgia ain't beating nobody by 3 touchdowns right now.
Bro,
they haven't shown that they can beat.
This is the one I wanted to kind of go over, bro. Georgia ain't beat. I've watched them. I don't even if Carson Beck goes out there and throws 3 touchdowns, I don't think they're just not I'm not gonna say a good football. They're not a dominant football team, and I would, man, 23 points is a lot of fucking points.
That's a lot of points, and they give. I think it won't get to that because if Nico isn't playing, they're going to lean on that running back and try to play.
Georgia is not like dominant. And another thing I wanted to go over was Kirby Smart said it. He said every team in the SEC is going to have 2 losses or because Texas they might fuck around lose in the SEC championship game. But he said he would not be surprised if every team in the SEC that's good has 2 losses. And was and when coaches and people say shit like that, I'm like, you know what? They're gonna be drawing plays in the dirt to beat Tennessee. And on the other hand, I'm like, but they're not beating anybody. I've watched them. They're not beating. They didn't beat Florida by 23.
They beat him by 15.
Was it? It might have been 10.
Yeah, it was like 30 to 50. It was weird.
Bro, I think that shit was like 30 to 20, dog.
I won't be surprised. It wasn't what it should have been.
So I have to come back. I
feel like we're gonna have to record again Friday night.
Because I gotta see what Nico is.
They were
At
14,
first,
so yeah, that
it's
was
like
close.
I can literally take both sides and see how the other Tennessee hasn't had a road game in 4 weeks, a month, legit a month. So does that matter?
With a backup quarterback, it does.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I'm like, Georgia's not losing this game. Like, Georgia could not lose this game. Tennessee can lose this game and still be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll come back to that. I know for a fact South Carolina's beating Missouri.
Absolutely.
They're not. Missouri's not beating South Carolina with no backup quarterback in South Carolina at 4 o'clock.
Another good SEC team loses, it's going to get real hectic because South Carolina's about to be their weight.
Yep. Notre Dame minus 9.5 and Virginia plus 35.5.
Notre Dame. Don't even play with it, guys. Virginia had a big win this last week. They're not stringing them together.
Memphis over UAB. UAB can't stop it.
UAB stinks.
It's Memphis money line.
Absolutely.
Utah plus 23 or Colorado plus 2.5.
Colorado 2.5.
Yeah, me too. LSU 8.5 or Florida 17.5. This is the one.
This will be the game you go out there and win by 3 touchdowns.
I'm telling you, take LSU.
Yeah, it'll be LSU.
You know I'm not confident in LSU at all.
Nah, this is the game that you go out there and win by 3 touchdowns and Brian.
Here's another one I was looking at that Jalen put me on. Arizona State. I didn't know about that Scatterboo guy.
Yeah, he's the coach.
The running back.
Yeah, but that coach is a real one.
Arizona State plus 22.5 or Kansas State plus 3.5.
I like Arizona State because the game's at Arizona State.
No, sir, it's at Kansas State.
Oh, it's at Kansas State? I don't know about that. Arizona State got a nice little home crowd thing going on with Dillingham.
Okay.
I don't know about that one.
Boise money line or San Jose State plus
Boise. San Jose State stinks. It's probably one of the worst teams in the country.
Another one before we move on. Oregon money line or Wisconsin plus 27.
Oregon.
But this is the one I think Vegas is going to try to trap people. The spread is only 14.5. They're going to beat Wisconsin by that. I'm telling you. Because they played bad last week. They're better than Wisconsin. I don't see a world where Wisconsin beats Oregon. Not an upset. I don't care if they play them tough. They're gonna get beat by 14.
All right, Shub, I got 9 minutes.
Yes, sir. Texas A&M 26.5 or New Mexico State 52.5. Mexico State.
Why are they playing New Mexico? New Mexico State. If this was New Mexico, I'd be on the point side because New Mexico is better than New Mexico State. We found that.
New Mexico State stinks.
New Mexico State stinks, so I would just take the 26.5. They'll probably beat them by 35.
They're going to beat the shit out of them. All right. So, hold on. So, I don't really like too many teams for the 7-point teaser. So I don't even know if I want to give. I don't even know if I want to give those out this week, man. If I give, it'll be a last second because like I'm looking. I mean, Texas minus 6.
Yes.
I know for a fact Wake and Carolina's going over 57.
Yeah, that's happening.
That's 2. Clemson minus 3 or Pitt plus 17. See what I'm saying?
This is a tough one. That 3 is a high bargain for these ACC games.
Facts. Penn State
Hold on.
minus 21.5 or Purdue plus 35.
Minus 21.5.
That's 3.
That's a 12 o'clock game with that Pitt Clemson game. You know what I'm saying? Like that Pitt at home at noon.
I told you. I was like,
That's a hard bet, bro.
okay, let's leave it alone. I'm not reaching.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing, I like Louisville minus 13 against Stanford.
Yeah. I like Louisville all the way up to 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're going to beat the
Stanford's 2-7. Boston College benched their quarterback like SMU all over the place. I know you haven't mentioned it, but that running quarterback to Boston College, they benched him.
They got the spread is 10.5 with teaser.
Love it.
Okay.
I love that. That's
we'll add that.
SMU.
I like Memphis minus 7 against UAB.
UAB's bad.
Bad. I like LSU money line. I mean, plus 2.5 against Florida.
That's pretty. Yeah, absolutely.
Colorado minus 3.5 or Utah 17.5.
I think Colorado win that game by a touchdown, if not more. They can't score. So if they can stop the run, they should be good.
Oregon minus 7 or Wisconsin plus 21.
Oregon minus 7.
Okay. Texas A&M minus 32.5 or New Mexico plus 46.5.
Now we get into the wonky numbers. Plus 46. I don't feel comfortable taking anybody minus 32.5.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking points. You got to put.
So I don't feel comfortable. They could easily just win that game by 30 and feel just as good about it.
Yeah, Notre Dame plus minus 15.5 or Virginia plus 29.
I'd have to look at Notre Dame's previous. I mean, they have been 30-piecing people.
Bro, their average score, they've beaten people by an average of 28 points.
Like that Florida State game, pummel. Navy game, pummel. We knew that. Georgia Tech by 28, we knew that. Stanford by 42, we knew that. Miami, Ohio by 25, we knew that. Purdue by 59, we knew that. So this might just get added to the list, bro. What was it, 29?
Yeah.
They probably gonna cover that.
It's plus 29, Notre Dame minus 15.5.
Oh, minus 15, I'll take that.
Okay.
They've been putting belt to ass.
All right. Last thing for me, I've kind of got a read on it now, especially with the 13-point teasers. Listen, half the league is fucking bad. So if you're NFL better and you don't do college, bet against the Browns. These are teams that are just absolutely god awful. And their scoring margin, they're just getting blasted, and they can't stop anybody. I put it in the chat last night, and it worked last week. I just bet against. If you're betting against the Cowboys, always take the spread. We're getting smacked. Every team. I can go down the schedule. Let me see.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know. Straight up. Let's see. I told everybody take the Eagles minus 7. That was fucking easy. That was
should have took them minus 13.5.
Okay, Texans take the regular spread, take it all the way up to at least 14. Don't care.
Don't care.
Draws off us. Commanders take the spread. Gonna beat the draws off us. Giants. That's the only game I'm telling you that don't take the spread. Giants fucking suck. We won't lose to the Giants.
I would just take the under. Nobody scoring any points.
The Bengals, man, we always beat the Bengals.
No, we're not.
But take the spread.
Are we about to lose out shit?
Yeah. Oh, we're beating the Panthers.
No, so we are not. Bryce Young, 300.
No, sir. We're beating the Panthers.
So, I can't wait.
The Buccaneers.
Y'all clip this up. I know people that watch this show are Panther fans.
No, sir. We're not losing the I would be fucking damned. We are not. We can go fucking 2-15. We are not losing to the Panthers.
Right now, we're getting smacked by the Panthers.
Buccaneers are smacking us. Take the spread. Eagles are smacking us. Take the spread. Commanders again. If they're not playing, the only games that we're winning is the Panthers and the Giants. We will win 4 games this year. We will have a top 5 pick. So if you want to bet, make sure you bet against the Cowboys every single week besides the Panthers and the fucking and the Giants and possibly the Bengals. Other than that, take the team that's playing us. They're going to smoke us. Let's see.
What else you got, shit?
Keep it quick for the teasers. Don't touch the Browns and Saints. Bad football on bad football. Rams and Patriots. Don't touch that. Bad football on bad football. Take the Ravens over Pittsburgh. The Dolphins and Raiders. Take the Dolphins if you're going to take a team, but that's shit on shit. The Jaguars play the Lions. Take the Lions with the spread in the teaser. The Titans versus the Vikings. Don't touch that shit on shit. The Vikings are a good team, but statistically they're not one of the best. The Seahawks absolutely take the 49. The Seahawks, if you go look at their stats, are bad in every single stat. They're like one of the worst teams stopping the run, the pass. They score a lot, but they turn the ball over a lot. Take the 49ers. It's a no-brainer with that game. Falcons and Broncos, I will lean the under to no, take the Broncos. I was hesitant to give this pick out. I was going to say Bills money line, but I found out Keon Coleman and Cooper's not going to play. I'm waiting for the Chiefs to lose. I don't think it's going to be this week. They've been playing with fire. They play the Bills, but the Bills are kind of hurt. And the Chargers, Bengals. That's a tough one. That's a real that's a tough one. Me personally, I'm going with the Chargers because they haven't let me astray yet. The Jets and the Colts, absolutely do not touch that game. It is shit on shit. And then lastly, Dallas versus Texas. Take the Texans. If you want some money to start your week on Monday, just take the Texans. All right, so we trimmed the fat. I'll cut the picks up and put it on the page. I'll holler at you, Josh.
Already.
Yes, sir.